Hey guys, this is Jeff from the Entrefied podcast. Entrefied means entering into your success. We have a lot of personal episodes. We also have interviews with people on the show. We look for points that add value to our listeners, both professionally and personally. We talk about mindset, leadership, habits, health, and faith, and all kinds of different things. But we're looking for those things that add value to your life. That's really what we're looking for. We do interview guests. We've had several guests on the show. We also like the personal podcast as well to add value. We're going to get right into that here in just a moment. If you'd like to go to our website, if you'd like to be on our show, go to entrefied.com and you may be able to be a guest on the show. It's www.entrefied. And entrefied means entering into your success, guys. That's what we're doing this for. So be honest, with people. That's one of the first points that I wanted to make today. The title of this actually is Be Truthful, Give Credit Where It's Due, and Call Things the Way They Are. So part of just doing business and just in personal success as well is just be honest. It's just the right thing to do, guys. A lot of people look for shortcuts and all kinds of things. There is no replacement for hard work. And I know people don't like hard work, but I'm going to tell you, at the end of the day, when you put forth a good day's work, whether it's mental or physical or both, if you've ever been mentally and physically exhausted, you're tired. And I've been both. So I can tell you physically is tired, but physically and mentally both, oh man, you're just out of it. So, but be honest. And I know a lot of people, they want to find shortcuts, but they don't want to do hard work. In the end, trust me, be the type of person that you can depend on. And they don't have to, guess about you. That's important. I'm not saying I've got it all together. I do try my best, to be honest. And I know there's people in my life, they think, which they don't know me really well, to be honest with you. But I've even had somebody refer, well, you're being dishonest. I was really shocked by that. I didn't say anything, but I was just like, if you knew that that's one of the most important things for me, that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to be honest. I'm not saying everything comes out that we say in life is perfect. I mean, we say things sometimes that we don't even realize sometimes when we're talking to people, and it may not be accurate information, but I do try to be honest on everything. And I say try because, like I said, a lot of times you'll tell somebody, hey, I'm going to come and do this, or I'm going to take care of this. And there are times that you have to come and apologize. I've learned that lesson, or I say I've learned that lesson. I hope I don't have to repeat that lesson. When you have good intentions, but bad follow through, something happens. So, but work on that. Be honest and be the type of person that people can depend on. And that lesson that I just mentioned, and that's don't make promises that you don't know that you can 110% come through. It's just better not to. And the second point I want to talk about is sometimes people get the wrong idea. As I've said to you just now, I can think of somebody right now, they think I lied to them. And that still bothers me. And that's been a long, long time ago. I just don't like the fact that somebody thinks that I'm lying to them. And I know that people are who they are, you know what I mean? And it really don't matter, but to me it matters. It matters to me. And that's another point I want to talk about right fast. You have to do the best that you can do. And then there's still going to be people that, they don't like you. They don't want to be around you, or they've got their own thing going on, or they think you've done something wrong. You're always going to have that. You cannot get around that. There's going to be those people that just think, that you're a bad person, or that you're not on the up and up or something along those lines. And maybe they don't feel that way at all. You'll just never know. Sometimes some people will tell you one thing and they may feel differently about you, or they may not understand you. The point I'm trying to make is this. You can't always care what people think, because if you're going to go where you need to go, you're going to have to go there sometimes by yourself. And I know that sounds strange. Yes, we have people that help us and all kinds of things like that, but the truth is sometimes you're going to have to walk alone. And point number 3 is give credit where it's due. Don't hog all the credit. If someone's done something great and it appears like you've done everything, if you want to really impress someone, is compliment them in front of somebody else that they respect. That is super important. And don't do it in a cheesy and a manipulative way. Just a matter of fact, just bless people where you can. Because in life, people's always trying to get the credit. Sometimes they don't want certain people around, or they don't want somebody to appear better than them, or whatever the case is, if you're good, it's just like my dad used to tell me. If you're good, son, you don't have to tell anybody you're good. They'll know it. Now, they may not pick it up right away, but eventually they'll get it. And that's the thing, is just put the work in, do the job that you need to do, and be there. But don't hog all the credit. If somebody's helped you, tell somebody about it. Bless other people. Promote positivity, promote growth. And you say, well, what does that have to do with growth? When you go to holding back things from people, the things that they deserve, that's not a good atmosphere. And I know we don't understand everything, but I'm telling you, you go to blessing people. I believe God blesses people that blesses other people. I really believe that. I believe it's set up that way. Anyway, moving on. Have a habit of telling things the way they are. Don't tiptoe around things. Get the reputation sometimes of just telling somebody, how things are. I'm not saying not be empathetic, but get to the point where you tell the truth and you come about things and it's straight. Most time in this fast-paced world, everything's moving all the time, faster and faster. You have the cell phones, and you got the email, and you got the phone calls, and then you got all this going on all at once. It's like I don't know where we breathe at anymore. I think you need a break to do that. But the point is we're getting more connected all the time. But have a habit of telling people the way things are. They don't want to listen. What I'm getting at is with all this technology, people are so fast paced, it seems like they don't even have time to listen to you anymore. They just want the answers that they want because somebody's waiting on them to get something else that they need to get. And we live in this world where everything's so fast paced, we don't even have time to breathe and live. So I'm kind of getting a little off subject on that topic, but what I wanted to let you know is a lot of times when you're telling people the way they are, you're giving them just enough words to get it done and getting the things done where they can move on with what they need to do. People don't want to hear the stories. They don't want to go through and listen to you and all that. It's just kind of the nature of how people are running now as far as production and business. Everything's so fast paced. They just want just the information they need to move on. So make it a habit of telling people how things are in just a short amount of words. Get straight to the point. That way you're not. It's straightforward. It's not easily confused, and people can move on. Here's the next point. Another thing is realize how people are and plan for that. If you find out something about someone that is not becoming and can hurt you, well, next time you'll know that. Realize who you're talking to. That's very important. You don't always know in the beginning. I remember this situation I had one time. I had the tendency I would just talk to anybody, and I'd like to tell you in some way, shape, form that I'm kind of still like that. But there's a lot of that I don't do anymore. I just don't, because I've learned that sometimes you need to know who you're talking to before you're sharing certain things. And you would think most people would all know that automatically, right? But it's just like I just enjoy just talking to people. But I remember this one time there's a situation that happened simply because I was nice. I was nice. I did not know who I was talking to, and I just thought that things was just going to be okay. Well, it wasn't. Come to find out, I don't want to get into the details of it, but it was one of those things where somebody took something wrong and they felt entitled to something else, and it was just a bad situation. And I was trying to do the right thing the whole time, or I thought I was, you know. But guys, you have to know who you're talking to. Don't get too personal with people that you don't know. I know that sounds bad. It sounds like you don't care about people. I do care about people, but you just have to know who you're talking to and at what level you can talk to them on. But another thing is realize how people are. That's very important. And there's a lot of different roads, we could go down talking about this. But if you keep people on the level that they need to be, they have to earn that level of friendship, respect, and even professionalism. They have to earn anything above that. I mean, yeah, we treat everybody with respect. That's how we do things. But if you're wanting to have a friendship with somebody, they have to earn that right, that high level of friendship. And when you start to see that they neglect it or they manipulate it or they take advantage of it, it's time to start looking at, hey, how is this relationship? What's this relationship about? I don't know, maybe this is not making sense to you guys. Hope it is, but you have to keep people on the level. You know what I mean? Because if you keep them on the wrong level, you'll wind up repenting over that one. Here's the last thing I want to talk to you about is once you know people are really bad in certain areas, it doesn't mean you should write them off, but it means you should learn. Most people are capable of horrendous things. I'm telling you, they are. There's people that's capable of a lot of good things too. Maybe they change, maybe they don't, but it's tough to come back when it seems everyone's against you. If you can realize people make mistakes and act accordingly and don't write them off, just look at it as situations they're going through things and kind of separate yourself from the situation sometimes. Just makes sense. Hope you guys have got something from this today. There's a lot of things I could talk about here. You can go to our website right now and you can get this and you can print this off and you can read it. But be honest with people. Sometimes people get the wrong ideas. You can't always please people. Number 3 is give credit where it's due. Number 4, have a habit of telling things the way they are and get to the point. Number 5, another thing is realize how people are and plan for that. If you have to be around the certain people all the time, you know how people interact, you know their personalities, you know their likes, their dislikes. You have to plan accordingly, and here's the next thing. When you know people are bad in certain areas and they'll manipulate you, they'll cheat you and things like that, doesn't mean you write them off. It just means you keep them on that level that they need to be. Guys, I hope this has made sense to you. As far as the friendship, I'm not saying that you shouldn't be friends with people. I'm not meaning that. But when you get to the point where people has done you wrong, it doesn't mean they have to be your best friend after that. Sometimes honor is earned. Actually, honor is supposed to be earned, in my opinion. Respect is one thing. Honor to me is a high form of respect. You don't just give that out to people. They have to earn that. Hope you've got something from this today, guys. Visit entrefied.com. Get a lot of great value. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.